Hello, everyone, and welcome to Audrey Kramer Coaching. I am so excited this week. I know we've been going over a lot of different health stuff, and I've been kind of taking care of that on my end. I don't know if you can see, I have this lovely, red spot on my lip right there. Just got it frozen off just in case. And I made her laugh because when she did the freezing, she asked if I had any questions afterwards. And I was like, you just confirmed for me that I 100% do not want a face tattoo ever. So that was really fun. It's going to be a couple of weeks of garbage on my lip, and that's that. But yeah, I know we've been talking a lot about physical health and kind of how to make those small habits and little changes and things that are sustainable over time. And I wanted to transition that to mental health because really those two things are not separate, right? We're starting to come into a period where talking about your mental health is a lot more acceptable and normal, and seeking care for mental health is a lot more normal. And thank goodness for that, because it is so important. I feel like you can't really have good physical health without good mental health, and vice versa. It's sort of like a balancing act between the two all the time. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that. Now, I know for a lot of you guys, because I know you personally, and if I don't know you personally, I'm betting you're kind of along the same wavelength, right? Is that you love making other people happy. You absolutely love it. You're one of those people that's like, if you're happy, I'm happy, and you are catering to everybody. And it really brings you that sense of joy and accomplishment to make sure that you are bringing positivity into people's lives and you're making them smile and you're making them feel really good. And that's great. However, sometimes we do that at a cost to ourselves. We aren't really paying attention to ourselves. We lose track of who we are because we're so busy serving others. We don't take breaks when we need it because somebody asks for a last minute favor or project or something. And this could be at work, this could be at home, this could be with friends, whatever the case may be. But you're kind of willing to just drop everything that you're doing and help that person. And sometimes too, like silently, I know in the back of my head, I'm like, oh God, can't they just wait until tomorrow? Like, couldn't this, why would you send an email at 7 p.m. and all those types of things? But in the end, we know that we're being a good person and doing a good thing by kind of stepping up and helping. Now, I do want to make sure that we're also paying attention to ourselves, right? Because after a while, we can start to feel kind of tired, kind of run down, maybe a little depressed. We're not really sure where it's coming from. And we know we should be doing things to take care of ourselves, right? We sit down and think about it and realize we're kind of stretched in a bunch of different directions, but we just don't. We just can't seem to get it done. We can't seem to take time for ourselves and kind of do that little mental reset, that mental check-in, and kind of see how things are going. Um, One of my favorite quotes, and I can't find it anymore, so I can't give you the exact quote, but one of my favorite quotes is basically along the lines of the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek. I'm not a Trekkie, I'm more of a Star Wars person, but I want to get more into Star Trek, so I might start watching those. Who knows? I always say that, right? But basically, they're talking about the ship, right? And the ship can go to warp speed, but it doesn't do it all of the time. It's not traveling in warp speed all of the time, because if the ship just continues to give maximum effort all the time, it'll break down. Like, you can't use it. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be able to serve people. And it's the same thing with you, right? And me. If we're constantly giving 100% all of the time of what we think is our best, we're going to get worn down, especially if we're not giving any of that to ourselves, right? We're not stopping to refuel. We're not stopping to do those little maintenance things. We're eventually not going to be able to help people because we're going to be just so worn out that we won't have anything left to give. Kind of like the fill your own cup concept, right? That we talked about a little while ago. But I want to share something with you. And I just think, it never hurts to hear this one more time, because it's a big thing that's going around with self-love, self-compassion, taking care of yourself and making sure that you have those moments. And sometimes we feel like, we're really humble, right? Like, I am very happy to serve everybody and give them all the love, but I'm going to beat myself up over the little things, even though there's no way I would do that to anybody else, right? But it's okay, because I'm just going to do it to myself, and that's fine. But the thing is, you deserve all of the love that you give to other people. You deserve to give that to yourself. All of the credit that you give to other people, you deserve to give that to yourself. And I just want to remind you of that because you deserve to take care of yourself, and you owe it to yourself to take care of yourself because you serve others so compassionately, so amazingly well. So that's what I want to spend the next few weeks talking about, is just all these little tips and tricks of how you can start to build in that space for yourself, guilt free, right? Because you're taking care of yourself so that you can help other people. So I'm super looking forward to it, you guys. And yeah, we'll see you next week.